Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us online at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook or urbanyoga.org on the web. Check out our schedule, stop by the tip jar. We're here every day on Zoom. And we're here in person in Palm Springs, if you like, at Ruth Hardy Park, several mornings per week. Check online for details, different teachers, some different times. Not quite every day, but almost 5 days a week. We'll start out sitting today or kneeling if you prefer. I'm sitting on my blocks to let my pelvis tilt forward and the front of my hips open. That's my preference today. Find your comfortable seat. Close your eyes if you like. Tuning into the contact, whatever you're sitting or kneeling on. Maybe it's just the floor, maybe it's some props. Let your breathing slow down and get deeper just by noticing it and finding some stillness. Some degree of stillness, because we're never really still. As long as we're breathing, there's movement. Notice those movements. Notice how your breathing feels this morning. Whatever sensations are present in your body, aside from those connected to your breath. Noting especially anything that doesn't feel so good, so that you can stay aware of it during practice. Knowing that you can modify or skip anything you want. And anytime you find that your mind has drifted away from noticing what's going on in your body, noticing your breath, you can just gently redirect, come back to these points of focus, our shared intentions of observing and taking care of ourselves, each finding the practice that suits us best. If you wish to add to these shared intentions any intention of your own, do so now. With our intentions in place, let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open if they're still closed. Let's start at the top with the neck. Let your chin come down towards your chest. And begin some very slow, gentle circles. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. And let your head tip back. And over towards the other shoulder. We're going to focus today on opening the heart space. And often when we talk about opening the heart or heart-led movements, heart-centered movements, we're thinking just about the chest, the front of the body, the front of the heart space. And we neglect the back of the heart space. Culturally, we neglect the back of the body a lot. And the heart space is 3-dimensional. It's got sides, it's got a top, it's got a bottom. So opening the neck, loosening the big muscles in the neck and shoulders, the trapezius muscles, starting to open the top of your heart space, where your heart and your lungs live and move. Keep everything else going. When you finish the next circle, switch direction and take a few going the other way. And when you finish your next circle, lift your chin and look forward. Bring your hands out to the sides, rest your fingertips on the floor. And you start to open the sides of the heart space. Inhale, lift your left arm. And exhale, reach to the right, feeling for length from your hip up through your fingertips. So we got some big muscles here. This is the side of the heart space. Inhale to come upright. And as you exhale, bring your left hand to the floor behind you, your right hand over to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, invite your body to twist some more. So kind of moving diagonally across the heart space here, from a lower corner to the opposite upper corner. Let yourself unwind, come back through center. Inhale, lift your right arm up. And exhale, reach to your left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come into your other twist. Inhale, find the length again. Exhale, explore the twist. Maybe on each breath there's a little further to go. Just find out how much seems like enough. And maybe that's a moving target. Seems like there's enough, and then it seems like there's some more room. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. And just follow the pace of your breath. Movement and breath flowing smoothly and continuously. Maybe the movement's getting a little bigger each time. Maybe the breath's getting a little bigger with the movements. And then rest your hands on the floor in front of you and walk them forward as far as you can, wherever that is. Let your neck disengage and your head hang down. Breathe into your back. Inhaling, slowly walk your hands back and press yourself upright again. And let's make our way up onto our hands and knees. Bring your hips above your knees, your shoulders above your wrists. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. Inhale, reach your left arm out to the side, parallel to the floor. If you want to go further with the next inhale, pick your right foot up and reach straight back in the air through the sole of the foot. And if you want to go further, bend your knee, reach back, take hold of your foot or your leg. Lift your knee, lift your chin, open your shoulder, stretch your quads. Release, lower down. Take 3 or 4 cows and cats. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. We've already done this movement, but it's very different when your seat's not anchored. You get a fuller spinal movement. You come back to table. Reach back and press into the ball of your left foot. With an inhale, reach your right arm to the side. If you like, inhaling, pick your left foot up, reach straight back. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back, see about that bind. Release, lower down, take a few cows and cats. So we talked about the front and the back and the top and the sides of the heart space. The breathing and movements like this, opening the bottom of the heart space. The breathing opens the heart space. Just the diaphragm is like the floor of the heart space. Every time your diaphragm moves, every time you breathe, you're massaging your heart. Let's start to stand. Step your right foot up between your hands. You might put blocks under your hands to ease these transitions. Step your left foot up to meet it. Hang out here. Arms and head heavy, maybe hands rest on the blocks. Hang in the air or clasp the elbows. Sway side to side, bend one leg then the other.
Slowly shake your head. Nod your head. Inhale, lift halfway, raise your arms out to the sides. Exhale, lower down. So today on the half lifts, we'll do that with the arms, a little variation for the heart. Inhale, roll up to standing, hands up overhead, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. And your shoulders always ride at different heights, so we're going to adjust them independently. You might picture the bones. Think of moving the bones. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back and let it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. As you exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or if you like, take eagle arms, intertwine your arms and press your hands together. If you're an eagle, then move your elbows and your hands up and forward. So here we're taking big breaths into the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart, that much neglected back body. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, cross the opposite way. All the time that we spend holding a steering wheel, a book, a computer keyboard, a phone or a tablet, we're rolling our shoulders forward. We're collapsing the heart space. In the various ways we bounce around in our heads, we're creating tension in the neck and shoulders, the top of the heart space, the roof. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist to your right. And already we've got a lot more room for the heart and the lungs to do their work here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, your arms out and up. Hook your thumbs together. Tug one thumb against the other and look up at those thumbs. Lift up your heart. Depending on how you're feeling, maybe your hips drift forward, maybe your heart and your head and your hands drift back some more. Whatever degree of heart opening your body wants here, whatever degree of back bending feels okay for you. With an inhale, slowly bring yourself upright. Exhale, bend to the left. Feel for length through both arms. Deeper stretch into the sides of the heart space. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to bend to your right. Inhale to come back up. And exhale to let your arms come down. Take a sip of my water and we'll start into some sun salutations. With that raised arm variation on our half lift. So every half lift, we're going to spread our wings. Inhale out and up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Step back to plank. Find that nice long plank shape. Knees can be down for a shorter one, but let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and knees, whether your knees are up or down. And here's a little mental trick with the heart. When you inhale, think of lifting your heart towards the ceiling. It feels like your arms just magically got longer. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in close. Inhale, lift your head and your chest to whatever height feels okay in your lower back each time. Exhale, rock back. We'll pass through table on our way to the first down dog. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. Press into your hands to slowly lift your tail. Then walk your dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Some big stretching across the whole back of the body. Opening up that shoulder girdle more and more as we go. More and more space for the heart. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, arms up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift, spread your wings. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. When you're ready, on an exhale, lower, halfway or all the way. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, go back and up to downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway, arms up. Exhale, down. Step back to your plank. On an exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, lift halfway, arms wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more and a little break. Inhale, up. We'll make our way to a child's pose from this down dog. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway, spread your wings. Exhale, down. Step back to your plank. On an exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths and then we'll go to child's pose. Let your knees down. Make your way to child's pose. Come back to just noticing your breathing and noticing what's going on in your body. I forgot to close my outside door. These airplanes are kind of loud. Pardon this sound of the door. And as you breathe, maybe think of what's in your heart, what you want there, what you don't. You can imagine breathing in things you need and breathing out things you don't. Release that which no longer serves you. And take in that which nourishes and sustains you. Inhale, come back up to table. Square things off on your hands and knees. We're going to do some spinal twisting from here and lead into an arm extension. The twist starts at the waist, works up the spine and into the arm. So going to the right first. Inhale, twist through your lower back, middle back, upper back. Reach your right arm out and up. Look up towards your hand. Exhale, come down. Reach across behind the other arm. Let's do it 4 more times. Inhale, open up and reach up and look up. Exhale, come down and reach across. Maybe each movement, each breath is a little bit. Maybe your breaths are shorter than mine. You do more than 5. Go up 1 more time and come back to table. And take a few cows and cats, feeling into your shoulders. Does the right shoulder feel different than the left now? Maybe it's the right side of the ribs. Maybe you can't tell, that's okay. Maybe it doesn't feel different. Maybe these cows and cats are bigger than the previous round of cows and cats. Come back to table. We'll take the twist to the left, starting at the waist. Inhale, twist through lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Reach your left arm out and up. Exhale, come down and reach across. And just follow your breath. Do that a few more times. I'm going for 5 for each side. And go up 1 last time. Then come back to table. And take cow, cat breaths. And make your way to child's pose again. Maybe it's the same, or maybe you vary this child's pose. You can vary it however you like. Feel the action of your breath. Maybe doing that same mental exercise. What do you need? Breathe it in. What no longer serves you, breathe it out. Make your way back up to table. And we're going to make our way to a supported posture. This is something I often do to begin a practice. And today we're going to put it in the middle and explore using our blocks for some supported heart opening. So you're going to put your blocks near the top of your mat. Now, this is guesswork at first, but one is going to be for the bottom of the shoulder blades, and one is going to be for the back of your head. And of course, after you come down onto the first one and you start to find the second one with your head, you might have to reach back with your hands and move it. Now, there's different things you can do with your legs and your feet. You might have the soles of your feet planted. You might have your legs extended. You might have the soles of your feet together and your knees out. If you've got 4 blocks, you could put blocks under your knees. Whatever you want to do there. So make your way slowly down and let the bottom of your shoulder blades find that first block. Now, maybe you're not so tuned into where the bottom of your shoulder blades are. It's about where your bra strap would be if you wear those, or thereabouts. And then you want the other block to be right at the back of your head. See, I've done this a lot. I got it right where I needed, I think. Little adjustment. You could let your hands rest on the floor if you wanted to. You could rest your hands on your body. And I think what I'm feeling today, now that I'm here, see, I wasn't sure what I want to do with my legs, but now my hips are telling me, let's open. So I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together and let my knees splay out. But you could do that, or have the soles of your feet planted, or legs extended, whatever feels good in your body. And we're just going to let the blocks do the work here. So this is some deep but passive heart opening. And just checking with your neck. We want to check for engagement. Do you notice? Can you feel, is your neck engaged? We want the neck to disengage. The body does a funny thing. Your body doesn't trust these blocks. Your brain knows they're not going anywhere. But maybe your neck is exerting itself a little to support your head when there's no need to. Maybe just by noticing it, you can let that engagement go. It's sort of like sometimes we'll say, is there a wrinkle in the middle of your forehead? And you'll go, oh, wow, I am wrinkling my forehead. If you find that your neck is engaged and you can't get it to disengage just by thinking about it, there's a little trick you can do. You can bring your hands to the sides of your head and use your hands to lift your head off the block. And then think of putting down a kitten or a baby or a puppy and gently put your head down to rest. It's funny how effective that can be at releasing that unintentional engagement that you couldn't just dispel with your mind. We talk sometimes about the importance of the power of touch, of hugging, for example. And the power of touch works when you put your hands on your own body, when you hug yourself, or when you lift your head and put it to rest. No, it's not the same as someone else doing it, of course. And we're pretty still here, we're pretty slow. You might find that with the support under you, you can't take quite as deep breaths as if you were flat on the ground or if you were sitting up. So it's an interesting posture. It's pressure on the back of the heart space, but a lot of opening to the front. And you can play with that, how deep a breath feels good. And we're going to really take our time to come out of this. I'm even going to take my time talking about it before we start to come out. So there are different ways you might come out of this. Generally, the most stable thing for coming out is if you don't have the soles of your feet planted, plant the soles of your feet with your knees sticking out, because this starts to change how you're situated on the block, starts to change where the pressure is. I generally find the gentler way to come out is to roll to one side. We're going to really do it in slow motion. So you could plant your elbow, and you might even bring the opposite hand to that hand and let the weight come to your elbow and sort of roll to the side. Some people like to just kind of do a slow motion sit up and rock forward off the blocks. I think going to the side is gentler. And yeah, you can pause in the fetal position after you roll up. That's nice. Now when you're ready, make your way up to a seat. I know we usually do that at the end, right? Usually we do this block thing at the beginning. Usually we roll to the side and sit up at the end. We're not at the end yet. We're coming to cool down. Back to some familiar territory where we did some unfamiliar things maybe. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Then exhale to fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, they can bend. When you inhale, think of the crown of your head moving forward. When you exhale, think of lowering down some more. Big breaths into the back of the heart. Feel for release in the lower back. Some interesting sensation. Those big breaths. Opening where the block was just pressing. Inhaling, slowly walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart. Let your arms keep helping your legs. Bend the right leg and bring the right foot over to the left thigh or left knee, like tree pose. Pivot your torso, aim the center of your chest at your left foot, and flex your left foot back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your leg and take a couple breaths. Maybe the fold will go a little deeper. Reach your left arm out to the side and turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down. Reach for your right hip and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Bring your left hand back over by your right hand. Reach your right arm to the side. Turn your head to the right. Turn that thumb down. Reach for your left hip and peel your right shoulder back.
Extend your arm, turn your thumb back up, reach up alongside your ear, reach your right hand overhead towards your left hand. Slowly reach up and out. Bring your right hand back over by your left hand. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Keep letting your arms help. Extend the right, bend the left, bring the foot across, pivot your torso, flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Take a couple breaths. Reach your right arm to the side again. Turn your head to the right. Turn your thumb down. Reach for your left hip. Feel your right shoulder back. And the half bind feels different with the legs and the other configuration. Extend your arm. Bring your right hand back over by your left hand. Open your left arm to the side. Turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down. Reach for your right hip. Peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm again. Turn your thumb up. Reach up alongside your ear, overhead towards your right hand. Reach up and out, and swing your arm back across. Walk your hands up your leg. Extend the left leg. Nudge the legs towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet together with a big space between your pelvis and your heels. And grab the mat, reaching under or over your ankles. Then walk your hands forward. Make a pretzel. Let your neck go. Let your head hang down. Breathe into your back. Slowly walk your hands back, lift your torso. One more fold, bring your heels in as close as you can now. Interlace your fingers and grab your toes in your hands. Wriggle on your seat, bringing the bones in your seat closer to the floor. Tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward with a long spine. See how far that'll go. Whenever the long spine stops lowering, let your neck disengage and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees, let your arms nudge your knees towards each other. Bring your hands behind you and lower down onto your back. And bring your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock and roll on your back. And it's time to use our straps. Grab your strap, open it up, hold one end in each hand and run it under your feet. Staying grounded in the back of the body, sacrum, shoulder blades, and head all on the floor. Reach your hands and your feet up so your strap and your arms and your legs are all long. Point your toes up. Point your toes down. Let your feet relax. Slide your feet apart. Slide your feet back towards each other. Take your left foot out. Press the back of your left leg to the floor. Hold both parts of the strap with your left hand. Reach your right arm to the side. Keeping your shoulder blades on the ground, now your sacrum is going to lift. Draw your leg over to the left, then turn your head to the right.
Take your time to bring it all back up to center. Grab the strap with your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip bone. Try to keep the left cheek on the ground as you let your limbs fall open to the right. Keeping the pelvis from rolling to let the right hip open more effectively. Adjusting the position of your arm and tension on the strap to get the degree of opening and stretching that you want here. You can always do a little less, you can always do a little more. You come out of this one, go very slowly and gently. Bring those limbs back up to center. Lift your left leg, step your left foot inside the strap. Take your right foot out, press your right leg down. Reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the right and turn your head to the left. Softly come back up to center. Take the strap in your left hand, press down on your right hip, and open to the left. Nice and easy, come back up to center. Raise your right leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Reach your feet up, reach your hands up, take hold of your legs or your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. You can play with inverting for as long as you like. And when you feel complete, make your way to your final resting pose, which might be corpse pose, shavasana, or it might be some other posture. Any position where you can be comfortably still for these final minutes and quietly breathing. Maybe focusing on your breath or reflecting on the intention you set for yourself. Letting your mind wander or focusing on something else of your choice. Start to give yourself some even deeper breaths. Let yourself move around bit by bit. Taking your time to let your movements gradually grow bigger and bigger. Whenever you're ready for some bigger movements, gently sit yourself up. There's no rush.
Bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste.